Hey guys, this is Matt again. I'm coming to you with another deck profile. This is one that I played in a tournament last week, or last weekend, excuse me. I think it was Saturday, I believe. Yeah. And this deck did really well. There was a lot of Bardock players and a lot of Mecha Frieza players. That's what pretty much made up the whole tournament. I learned a lot from my friend Henry and this one other guy. I can't remember his name. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry, but when I remember his name, I'll tag him. But they had really good builds, and we were all playing very different builds. I was trying to play the Bardock build because I feel like, excuse me, I should probably show you. I was playing this Bardock because I really think that he's really good. Because we only have a few things that gets around barrier, like, effectively. And they all are high cost, or they're really hard to do. And in this deck, I really feel like this Bardock does really well. Another thing that I learned was that this Trunks is really actually good. I really thought it was bad. But when you can keep recycling the cards in here, because I thought it was just like this one, the Xeno, but it was actually Overrealm. So that's where I got mixed up. And this card's just actually pretty good. So I would play more than one. I only owned one right now because I traded all of my other ones away because I really thought this card was bad, but it turns out this card's pretty good. So what he does is he overwhelms for 4, and he costs 2 mana. He's a double striker, and when you play this card using Overwhelm, I can choose up to 1 battle card from my warp and add it to my hand, which comes really clutch when you're trying to get like let's say a Champa, just pretty much, or the Bardock to play this Bardock, because it's kind of hard, it's kind of difficult to get this off when you don't have cards that effectively bring it out. And since this guy mills the cards, then you're most likely going to be milling maybe a Bardock or this Bardock. You're going to have those moments where you're missing one piece, and then you have this, so you'll be able to grab it for next turn. So I played one. I would play more of this. I would probably play it over this Killshore Trunks, but because our meta is pretty Mecha Monkeys right now, which Peter Katani had made a really good point. This card was pretty good against it because you would be playing this Haru. I played this because I thought I'd see a lot of Mecha Monkeys, which I did, and I had 4 out of 5 games I played Mecha Monkeys, or I played Mecha at least. This came in really clutch. It was very good. Brought out a lot of combos, and I would main this, but we're starting to see a little bit more diversity, and with Mecha being considered to being hit, I guess that's what you would call it, Haru is going to probably be taken out, but I still play this Trunks. But I'm highly considering taking it out, though, because I want to play more of this Trunks. So, yeah. I play this guy. This guy, I've been told he's very dangerous to play because sometimes you'll deck yourself out, which is comes up a lot. I decked myself out one game on accident. Don't ask me how. This card, it's only for the name, and it has a really good effect. So I would play him, but it's personal preference on your guys' part, whichever one, if you want to play this one. I also play this one. This one's the best card. This card is so good. I was kind of like on the fence at first. I was like, what does this card really actually accomplish? But when you have this card in hand early game, you're always going to have something to bring out to swing with, which is really crucial because you're going to be putting pressure on, and they have to either take this damage or drop a card for it. It's one of those two, obviously. But since he's just free at the beginning of the game because of this side's effect, he's just way too good. I saw my friend Henry playing this card, and I made a decision to put this in this deck profile because this card is really good. When you bring it off of this, or if you bring it off of this other card that I'll show you, we bring off a Dark Plot, you're always going to have like a 25 beater, which is, again, just like this, it's really crucial to have in the beginning. It's really good. I played Removal, which was this Mass Saiyan. Mass Saiyan's like, whatever. Since I played Haru for the mecha matchup. I want to play something for the other matchup. So I played this Masked Saiyan, which although I made a mistake and I actually played it and tried to banish a blocker and I got confused. I was like, So, don't try to do that. That doesn't work with blockers. It's a very important part. I play 3 of the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock because he is just absolutely amazing. He's a triple striker. He Xenos for 5, which is kind of whatever, but since your Bardock already comes out for free, pretty much for overwhelming, you're just going to use this to use the 5 mana you have to tap for this. His effect is when this card evolves, or when a card evolves into this card, if my leader card is black, I may choose 5 cards from my warp and place them in the drop area, which is kind of whatever, and if I do, I send all of my opponent's battle cards to their warp. It doesn't choose, gets around barrier. Everybody should probably know that, but it does. It gets around barrier, 30k triple striker for 5 mana. It's completely, it's just great, honestly. I did this so many times during the tournament. You get to the 5 and you do it all the time because usually around then they've already Cold Bloodlust something else. It's because you're putting so much pressure with this deck that the Cold Bloodlust has already come out. They've already taken a life for it with Mecha. If you're not playing Mecha, this is just even better because they can't really do anything about it. So, the only thing you have to worry about is Cold Bloodlust, but you gotta try to read it when you're playing this deck. I also play Dark Plot. Dark Plot is for the turn before you play this Bardock, because it can bring out anything that's 4 or lower from your warp. So you can play the Bardock, I got confused, my bad. So, you can do that, you can do these Trunks, you can do the Haru if you want. As long as it has Overwhelm, you get to untap up to 3 mana if you want with Dark Plot, which is really good, because it kind of just makes it so that you can only play it when you have 4 mana, but you're actually only playing it for 1, which is just amazing. That's what one of the other guys were playing. This was not my idea. I wanted to play this, but I never really thought it was that good until I actually started thinking about it. I was like, yeah, it's pretty broke. Because then you bring out the Bardock, then next turn you'll be able to put this over it. It doesn't go away because it does come out with Overwhelm. It won't get the double strike, unfortunately. But you're setting up for next turn. If you do the Haru, then you can do the Bardock or, whichever. When you play this, it opens just up a lot of combos, because if you play this, you untap the 3, then you can bring out the Trunks, put this on top of it, bring out the Haru. You get to untap another 3, so it's pretty much you just paid 1 mana to bring out 2 cards, which is just crazy. Then we play our super combos. Obviously, super combo is really good. When you have 5 cards in your warp, you can play it. Does what a super combo does. Gives it 10k, and you get to draw. I play the blue package, which I'm playing 3 Objection. I find Objection to be important because I usually die around turn 5, so I want to be able to do my Bardock play consistently, in which this is where it came in. I might take this out of the deck because I see it way too much. I might cut it down to 2, because in my last game to see if I was getting at the top, I lost because I took a double strike, and these were my 2 life. It happens, I understand, but any card would have helped. I mean, if I got Dark Plot, then whatever, but any card would have helped, because I would have been able to defend the next attack. But it's unfortunate, but Objection is just a really good card. You can try cutting it down. I just find it really crucial in the deck, just to speed up, because in the beginning you're not playing too much. By tapping mana, you're usually overwhelming, so you usually will have free mana to play with. I played 3 negates. I probably will put in Jocko. I've realized when I started playing that I don't play Jocko, which is kind of weird for playing 3 negates. So I might take out this, I might take out the Miras, honestly, for Jockos. But for right now, there's just 3 Coercions. I play 4 Sensu Bean. This card's just really good. I don't have anything else to say about it. It lets you extend your plays further. I play the Ultimate Comeback Gohan for the reason that I find Jiren can can die easily. And if I play, and this is a 2-drop practically, most of the time, that when I play this, I'm going to swing at their leader instead of a battle card, unless it's obvious I should attack a battle card, because I attacked a Boo for game, which was really funny. But when you attack their leader, and I'm talking about Mecha because that's pretty much all I saw. You attack the leader, then they block, then you try to kill that monkey. They usually never combo out of it, they let the monkey die, so it kind of just does the same thing. I don't know why they would block it. I've had people block it for some reason. It's pretty much just doing the same thing. I don't know. I guess they learned the lesson after their blocker died and they took 2 damage. I play Champa because critical double strike is just really good in this game. There's no reason not to play the Champa. The Champa is too good not to play. I play the Unbreakable Super Saiyan Goku. This is pretty much, like I said in my other videos, this is our extra super combo. There's no reason not to play it. It just lets you draw. Although I might take this out because I wasn't playing. There is a promo Bardock that you take a life, you overrun for 4, tap 1, take a life, and then you choose up to one of your opponent's cards and warp it. I wasn't playing that because my friend was playing it, and I didn't want to take it out of his deck at all. I'd be like, give that to me, you know. So I played this instead of it, just so that my critical will go through, even if he's on this side. I also like to drag out games, so I don't really mind not awakening, but usually you want to awaken as fast as you can. Then I do play an awaken card. I play Kaba because I don't play this like first turn like some people do. I wait until I'm able to awaken myself by playing Kaba. Like if I have 2 in my hand, then I'll play 1 early. But other than that, I will always try to keep a Kaba in my hand so I can awaken myself when my opponent tries to hold me to 5, because they always do. But yeah, this is with the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. I really enjoy this deck. I really think this is the counter to Mecha. I think it has a really good matchup against Mecha. I played 4 of them and won 3 out of the 4. It was just pretty fun. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace.